Alabama. Nobody really cared about it. You guys weren't on the team yet, just like I wasn't. Roger, what do you remember about that day? That catch? Were you watching the game?
I was in college.
You were in college.
Yeah,
in the middle of Nebraska, middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I was in Nebraska, and
he was chasing girls.
But no, when they made that catch, I mean, first of all, they were saying it was a semi-guard team, and I'm like, no way, these guys know how to win, you know, and they're going to do whatever it takes to take it to the next level. And it was amazing. It just watch how the city just embraced that catch. It was amazing.
Nice. And Jerry, at that time, were you already thinking you were going to take this easy job?
No, I was in the catch. I was in the end zone. You didn't see me back there in the end zone? Oh, I was the reason why Dwight made that catch. I told him, I said, hey, look, white boy, you got to jump. Did you see that? Hey, did you see that elevation?
Was it high enough for you?
Yeah. White boy, you got to jump.
It was the start of the dynasty. Hey, it was the start of the dynasty.
Yeah.
Dwight and Joe, did you guys have any clue at that point what this would be? What, that 30 years later, we'd be sitting here talking about this?
The catch would have never happened if I'd have hit Freddie Sullivan, who was wide open to play. He was wide open, and he was 10 yards away from me, and I threw it 3 feet over his head. Then he took it in for Dwight. Then he got it. But no, I wouldn't. I mean, we never threw the ball to Dwight. First of all. On that play, we never ever threw the ball because his job was to go down and set a screen for, particularly in a slot formation, he was to go down and set a screen for Freddie. It's called a pick. A pick. Well, those are picks are illegal. You don't want to use that word. Picks are illegal, and that gets kind of touchy with the Cowboys. And earlier in the year, early in the training camp, Walsh was going through this, sold his ball to Dwight 3 times over his head before he left the practice field in training camp, and we both thought he was crazy. We never threw the ball to him. Because he'd always done such a great job of setting a pick, the inside guy was always getting over. But this time, Freddie Sullivan saw that. And after it took so long, Dwight went, oh, shit. Guess I got to do something now. I mean, I don't know what went through his head.
Well, we practiced it over and over again, and his practice joke is really never get it right. He would always say, way over my head. And so the coaching point was, just, don't throw an interception, Joe, because we won't call this on 4th down. So, under duress, with 3 people all around him,
Semantics, but still, I looked up at the clock, it's 27:27. But that's the thing that everybody forgets. Like, he's minding the Cowboy fans and get mad at us. And I'm going, wait a minute. You got the ball back. You forgot.
And that's what I want to get
score.
Yeah. You guys offensively did what you had to do and took the lead. And then the defense went back out.
Defense came out.
And what happened next?
Made an incredible play, right? Not only did he make an incredible play, but then this guy named Jim Stuckey came out. Where'd he go to school? Clemson?
That's right. Don't bring up the Clemson bowl game.
Obviously, it was an incredible opportunity for us to see if we could hold them. And we did a great job. And Lawrence Pillars and Jim Stuckey and Eric Wright, a number of guys during that drive. Incredible job. Just like they got to do.
Yeah!
They did an incredible job that week, but they did an incredible job all year long. Honestly, when those guys came to the team, it was a complete turnaround of our defense. And you can say what you want about the guys up front. Yeah, they played great, but that secondary group came together quick and fast and made a tremendous difference in our season. And they're the real reason we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is that we had this guy named Dwight Hicks.
Well, they were all rookies except for Ronnie. He went to USC, so he was already
Yeah.
Well, you gotta believe that right now this week, it's about dreaming. There's an opportunity to seize the moment. And, I remember we would go to the game and we had this music on, right? And we had this music on.
Were you burning all kind of stuff on your knees?
And all of a sudden, you're sitting there listening to Kenny Loggins and he said, this is it.
Stuff burning on his knees, and like TVs going over his head. And I'm like, now you can say what you want to say. You be dressing over there, and all kinds of. What are you talking about? What am I talking about?
Wait. What? Wait, I didn't play.
Thank
You be like perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. And if that shit wasn't perfect at halftime, he'd change.
You can wear a suit. So that's exactly what I did when I played football.
You look good, too.
Yeah,
It's all about the way you look. It's all about the way you look, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out of your jock strap, as long as you caught touchdowns, I used to wear whatever you want.
What does that do with my jock strap?
Catch touchdowns.
I didn't wear one. What are you talking about? No, hey, but this team, hey guys, this team this year is all about defense, and I believe you win championship with defense.
Yeah.
We had a post offense that could put points on the board, but you got to defense. Hey, we talking about
walking up and down the sideline.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited. You know why? Because we got Patrick Swillings.
Yeah.
We got Justin Smith. We got Alden. We got Carlos Rogers. We got so many guys on defense. It's sort of like intimidating because they would fucking smack you in the mouth.
Colston. Whitner.
I'm excited about defense. I'm serious, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of the fans out here today know the relationship that you have with Frank Gore. And Frank Gore is a very important part of this team. He's a very important part of 49er history.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Frank's an awesome guy. And, I love him just like a son, man. And he always called me for advice. Like when he was getting close to the records, I was encouraging him, break it, go for it, because you're creating a legacy for yourself. But the cool thing about what Frank's doing, he's winning now. In his first 6 years, he wasn't winning that much, So now they have the opportunity to be in the playoffs to see what it feels like to go to that next level. So that's what I'm saying.
What would you tell him before this game? What would you say?
Well, he asked me, what's the difference between playoffs and regular season? I told him, I said, well, you have to step it up a little bit, because the playoffs is another level. You got to step it up. Playoffs. So playoffs is more intense. Guys are playing for something. So you want to, play like it's going to be your last time ever playing. Take every play like it's going to be your last. Because you got to create your own legacy and make it happen.
Well, let me.
Yeah.
Intensity. Today on the show, shameless plug right here on 95.7 The Game. Listen to The Drive. My partner Brandon Tierney. We were talking about football in the playoffs, and you just said intensity. And I told him, I said, yeah, that everyone talks about the intensity picking up. I said, but the word that I would use, and I learned this from you guys, sincerity. And what I told him, I said, every tackle, every block, every catch, every throw, every decision you make with the sincerest intentions. You're not going to forget to do something. You're not going to, well, I should have done this. You do everything. You read, you react, and you do everything sincerely as you possibly can.
Yeah.
I think you're right. The big question, and I know you know this, is that you got to have sincerity, but the one thing that people forget about, you got to ball with fist, right?
Yeah.
What's amazing to me is that when you talk about the toughness, no one talks about the toughness of our offense. And even when we play, and these two guys are probably some of the toughest guys, and obviously, this was my roommate. and rooming with Roger Gray, oh my goodness. I mean, getting ready for a game, there is no one that prepared for a game better than Roger Gray. But the toughness of all three of these guys, and Jerry, obviously, one of the toughest guys, playing with his knee and playing with the
So we're talking about tough people. And to play through that, and to have that kind of competitive desire to be tough, that's where you separate people. And that's where these guys, they're all Dance with the Stars. We got Mr. Sketcher over here. Mr. Sketcher.
That means a lot when the guy with the ET finger calls you tough, though. I'm sorry.
But it's amazing to me, and I think that's where it starts. You got to have toughness across the board, and obviously this offense that they have currently, they play tough. I mean, they'll get the inch. They love banging the ball, and they love running the ball, and that's why I was curious to hear your opinion on, what's it like for him?
Well, early in the year, he was struggling the first 2 or 3 games. And I just told him, I said, Frank, you just got to be patient. You have to be patient. Right now the defense is ahead of the offense. The offense is kind of behind a little bit. But just be patient. And the West Coast offense, it's going to come together. When the timing comes together, it's on.
But
he
don't you guys
100 yards that day against Cincinnati?
But don't you guys think this goes back to what Bill Walsh always used to talk about? That you're only part of a chain. You have to rely on that next guy to make that play. And I think that's why we won so many championships. Is because I knew Roger was going to run the ball. I knew Ronnie was going to.
What was our slogan?
Yeah.
What was our slogan?
You run it, and I'll take care of the hair.
I knew Dwight. Yeah, that was our slogan. We won the game.
So you got to have that. You got to rely on your teammate. You got to know that this guy's going to make that play in crunch time. And we had that for so many years.
Well, Bill Walsh always used being an extension to each other, and that's what we were as a team. We were extension to each other. Jerry Rice had a play that was called play action.
I probably added like maybe 5 or 6 more years to Montana.
Wait a minute.
You take that 3-step drop, hit me with that slant, and I go 95 yards.
You didn't drop so many balls in the first few years. They're hitting on a thing that, it's really about trust. Whether it's offense or defense, it's about trusting the guys next to you. And we're all going to make mistakes. I say it all the time. But it's about how you react to those mistakes. And do you kick them while they're down? Or, if a guy continues to make the same mistake, then something has to be done. Or something has to be said. But rarely did you ever hear anybody argue or yell or scream in our hosts. It was always talking about how can we fix what the problem is. And when you trust people, and I tell a story about with Jerry. When Jerry came, when you throw balls to wide receivers, they're taught to catch the ball and turn and catch, 10, 15 yards up the field. Well, what happened after Jerry got through dropping on the ball, he finally caught one. I mean, the first time he caught it, it was like 60 yards or something to the end zone, and he turned and sprinted to the end zone. And everybody's sitting there going, "Oh, this is ridiculous, man. Come on, rookie. Quit trying to impress the coaches. We're on the clock for practice." But that's what he did every time. And so you ask yourself, is it a coincidence that he's the all-time NFL touchdown reception guy? Yeah. Because that's what he did every time he touched the ball. But the thing about it is, not problem, the good thing is it's contagious. Because all of a sudden, you throw the ball to John Taylor or Roger, now they would go run. And then you throw the ball to one of them, and the 3 idiots would run.
Watch you guys.
But the thing about it is that these things come back to you. We're playing the Rams in LA, and I talk about this all the time. I I stand up and I throw a ball from here to the first row right there, what, 5 yards, 8 yards to John Taylor. He goes 96 yards one time, but he doesn't get in the end zone unless Jerry Rice is down there throwing a block inside the 20. Now, okay, that's great, but the next time we get the ball, we're on the 4 or 6. I throw the same pass. He goes 94 yards, and Jerry's throwing a block again to get him into the end zone. And me as a quarterback, I'm going, shit, I like this.
We like it too.
I've thrown the ball 10 yards. I got 190 yards of passing and 2 touchdowns. That you find out all of a sudden you're trusting each other. And John Taylor did the same thing for Jerry and for Roger, and Roger vice versa. But it's that trust that goes between it, and the defense is the same way.
I didn't notice that you said you threw me one and I ran 90.
The best one ever. We were playing the Saints. Hey, good omen.
Yeah!
And meanwhile, we were getting it handed to us in Candlestick. It was a nasty, the field, they used to call it the quagmire because it was just ripping them. And Bill calls us and says, look, we're going to go back to fundamentals. We're getting hammered. Let's just try to get something good out of this. Well, we're going to go back to our simple part of our offense, and that's where Dwight came in. This kid. But we went back to both that on offense and defense. He said, let's just, and we were losing, it's like 35 to, and we come back and win the game by 38 to 35, but it starts by throwing a little shallow cross to Dwight, and they're thinking, here's this big guy, 6'5", whatever he was, white dude, he ain't outrunning anybody. And now, what was it, 70 yards for a touchdown? And 74. 74. That was the last 4 yards when he fell in the end. He just, but that was kind of the spark to it, and it is, you never know where it comes from, but you just have to trust and believe in each other and never give up. And that was, whether the offense was having a bad day or the defense was having a bad day, nobody ever complained. And you would hear guys like Ronnie or Jerry or Roger or Dwight going to the opposite side saying, hey, hang in there, we'll be okay. We're going to get it turned around. We'll keep it alive for you. We'll keep it alive. And that's what it took. And that's what they're doing right now. You see the team today. They're scrambling.
One year, the offense was sputtering, we were going 3 and out. And Ronnie came over to me and started screaming at me, give me 3 yards, Roger, come on, give me 3 yards. I'm like, why is he screaming at me? The line's not blocking. I'm getting hit in the backfield. So the next series, we go out, Joe throws me a swing pass, I go 70 yards for a touchdown. And we against the Rams. So I go back to Ryan and say, is that good enough for you? Is that good enough for you? It's leaders like this that helps motivate us, to take us to the next level. You know, and we have that on our team. We have players to do that, which is amazing.
Nice. Boy, we got to take right now, we're going to turn it over to Matthew, I'm sorry.
Come on, get it right.